Hello everybody, my name is Insane Dwayne, and today we're going to be doing an inventory showcase, as this is only my second video. Please note that some of these skins are pretty cheap, as I don't use the certain gun that the skin is for, so I didn't see the point of having an expensive skin for that gun. Well, let's get into it. Alright, so we're starting off with the Glock. I have the Glock Royal Legion. It is a very underrated skin. I don't see it all that often, and I think it's a pretty nice skin for how cheap it is. On CT side, I use the USPS lead conduit. I think it's very nice, but my favorite part about it is definitely the design on the suppressor. Alright, so next up we have the dual Berettas Royal Consorts. These are relatively new skins. I believe that they are very nice. I love the emerald on the handles, as well as how the top of the gun is gold. I think these are also dually skins that you don't see every day, which, I mean, not a lot of people use the dualies, but I think they're pretty nice. Alright, so now we have the P250. I have the P250 Contamination. I think it is a very nice skin, and it's very cheap as well, and you definitely don't see this one. I have never seen this one before, and I was surprised when I found it because I think it looks quite nice and should be used more. Alright, so next up we have the Tech 9. I use the Avalanche. I recently bought this one as I bet away my Tech 9 Isaac, and I thought it was time for a change up anyways, so I got the Avalanche, as I enjoy when the skins cover the whole entire weapon rather than just on the top like most Tech 9 skins do. Also on CT side, I use the 5.7 Capillary. I love how the veins run up the weapon and how the colors mash together very well. I think it is a very nice skin that fits very well in my inventory. Alright, so I use the Desert Eagle Directive. I just bought this recently. I got rid of the Csgo Dragon. I don't use a Deagle very often, so I thought that I should just have a cheap skin for it. This is nice, cheap skin, so I think it fits perfectly in my inventory. Alright, let's get into the heavy weapons. So we're starting off with the Nova Candy Apple. I think this is a really nice skin, just how plain red it is. And it's very cheap, and not many people use the Nova. I definitely don't, so I don't see the point of having an expensive skin for it. So that's why I just have the Nova Candy Apple. Alright, so now we're on to the XM1014, and I use the Slipstream because I believe it falls in the same class as the Nova, where not many people use this gun, so there's no real point of having a nice skin for it. Alright, so next we're on to the Sawed Off. I only have this skin because I won it on Hellcase. I used daily free case, got enough money to open up a millispec case, and I ended up getting this out of it. I wouldn't say it's the best Sawed Off skin, but it will definitely do, as I never use the Sawed Off. I use the Mag 7 Seabird. It is another gun like the Nova or the Sawed Off where I rarely use it, so I didn't need a very expensive or very great condition skin, so that's why I use the Seabird. Alright, so next up it's the M249. I use the Magma in minimal wear, which I also got off of a case opening website. Pretty sure I just opened up a millispec case and got this and said screw it, because I didn't want to buy an M249 skin, so I just kept this. Alright, and for the final in the heavy category, we have the Negev. I use the Terrain Stat Track. I bought this back when the Negev was a useless weapon and there was no point of buying it, so I just bought this because it was very cheap. So now on to the SMGs. Alright, so first up in the SMG category is the MAC-10. I use the Rangoon because it's very cheap, and the only time I see useful to use the MAC-10 is second round on T side so that you can get some economy. Other than that, I would find the gun useless. So for the MP9, I used the sand scale. I really only used the MP9 second round of CT side so that I can get some economy, so that's why I don't have a super expensive skin for the MP9. Alright, next up for the MP7, we have the MP7 Cyrus. I think this is a very nice cheap skin. I used to use the Urban Hazard, but when this came out, I thought it was a better fit and looked nicer than the Urban Hazard, so that's why I have it in my inventory. Alright, so next up we have the bone pile for the UMP45. I saw this in a YouTube video and I thought it looked really nice, so I bought it and I think it looks pretty nice for being quite a cheap skin. Alright, so next up we have the P90 Desert Warfare. My favorite thing about this weapon is how the magazine is yellow, and I like how the waves at the front of the gun flow all the way to the back, and the little scorpion on it is also a very nice touch. That's why I use the P90 Desert Warfare. Alright, so last up is the PP Bison. This is another gun that isn't very useful after the first couple rounds, so I only have the chemical green. My favorite thing is probably how green the clip is. My favorite color is green, so that's why I enjoy this skin so much. Alright, so first up for the AR category, I have the Galil. I use the Cerberus in Field Tested, I believe. It's a relatively cheap skin, and I do use the Galil when I don't have enough money for the AK, so that's why I use the Cerberus. Next up is the FAMAS. I use the Valence. I definitely like the FAMAS Valence a lot more than the P250 Valence because of the red. I really like vibrant red skins. They are my favorite. That's why I have a lot of them in my inventory. Next up is the AK-47 Blue Laminate. The Blue Laminate has always been my favorite skin as it changes out just the normal wood for the normal AK skin and just turns it blue. And I've always thought that it looks very clean and very nice. So right now I use the M4A4 on CT side. I like this weapon because of how vibrant the red is and how well it clashes with the black. When I bought this skin, the stickers were already on it, but I don't really mind them. I think stickers look nice on guns, so I left them on there. When I'm using the M4A1S, I use the Nitro Factory New. It came with these stickers on them, which I feel go very nicely with the skin, so I just decided to keep them on. Next up, I have the aerial for the SSG. I usually only use this gun if I am having a hard time with the AK, like controlling the spray or just getting kills with it. So that's why I use the aerial, because it's a very cheap skin and it looks nice for how cheap it is. Next up is the AUG Condemned. I don't use the AUG very often, so that's why I have the Condemned. Not in a great condition either, because like I said, I rarely use the AUG. Next up for the SSG or the Scout, I have the Ghost Crusader. This is definitely one of the best, if not the best, cheap skin for the Scout, in my opinion at least. I love how it looks robotic, and I think that it should definitely have the skin on the scope, but I still think it looks nice without it. Next up for the AWP is the AWP Asimov. I definitely think this is a very nice skin with how vibrant it is. I have it in Field Tested, and I got this in a trade up from a fuel injector AK. Next up is the T-Side Auto. I used the green apple in minimal wear. I know I could have it in factory new, but I think I won this off of a case website, so I just didn't bother getting rid of it and getting the factory new one because I don't use the auto ever. So next up is the CT auto. I don't know why I have a skin this nice for it. It is a Power Core factory new. I probably shouldn't because I rarely use the auto, but oh well. Well, thank you so much for watching the video. Please subscribe and like the video, and I will hopefully be getting more content out soon. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.